Hey guys, so as you know, I recently took my brand new Tesla Model 3 to California and back for a road trip. And it wasn't quite the experience that I was expecting. Number one, it cost a lot more than I was expecting, about $400 round trip. I also spent a lot of time at the charging station. So I wanted to make this video to kind of tell you my experience. I didn't live stream as much during the trip, but the too long, didn't read version of this is that my car is great as a city car, not so good for road trips. Here's a portion of my drive in Southern California, and I will say I planned to camp in my Tesla with a brand new mattress from Tescamp. I ended up staying in hotels, but I wanted to give you a mattress review anyway, so let's go and also talk about my trip, which was not what I was expecting. I got this from Tescamp. Let's open it up. Thank you to Tescamp for sending me this. Let me tell you, it is hot outside, oppressively hot. So I think that these are like the little privacy covers for the windows, so that is awesome. Very much need that. So if you're gonna have a sound sleep. And then this is the mattress. So it comes in this package, and it has a foldable mattress, a sturdy carrying case, and even a removable sheet. I'm gonna open up the packaging and get this sturdy case out of here. Sleeping in your Tesla tips. Bring your regular pillow for a comfortable sleep, and camp mode generally consumes around 10% of battery for about 8 to 9 hours. So, by the way, thank you to Tescamp for sponsoring this video and this ability to sleep in my car in the least hobo way as possible. Here's our sheet, and as soon as I undo it, it's breathing. Oh wow, this is like really soft. This is nice. This is really nice. Okay. So now we gotta do the not fun part of putting in the car. Well, we'll see how not fun it is. So as you guys know, I went on a road trip to California and back. I said I was going to camp in my Tesla, but I ended up staying in hotel rooms. It was very hot. Still wanted to do a review of this awesome mattress from Tescamp. So we're gonna set it up, and I'm gonna kind of reflect on that road trip a little bit because it was quite interesting and took a lot more time than I expected. But the mattress comes with a nice carrying case. Be aware that when you open this, it expands. So it might be a two-person job to put it back in the case. We also have these privacy curtains, so we'll set that up in a little bit, but let's start with the mattress. Again, I was going to do this on my trip, but didn't actually use it, so you and I are both experiencing this right now for the first time. I have no idea how hard it is, and hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory. So as you can see, it's all kind of expanding, and it folds out, it looks like, in different sections. So let's, I guess we just like open it up. And okay, so this is one side. I'm gonna guess that the curved goes down here. And it looks like there's Velcro on it. Oh, okay, so you gotta put it together. All right, see, we're learning as we go. Whoop. But I did want to make sure to make a review of this because Tescamp was nice enough to send me a mattress just in time for my trip. Now, one of the interesting things as well on my trip is that I had to stop to charge about every 2 hours, which I wasn't really expecting. And surprisingly, spending all that time charging didn't save me hardly any money at all. So that was kind of a bummer. Now back to the mattress setup, you can see that there are these curved contours. So I haven't even looked at any sort of instructions, and I'm setting it up, I think, correctly. So one of the recommendations that I did see on their website was, you know, bring your own pillow, but this is very soft, very nice foam. So we're on the last portion. Actually, I think I need to flip it around. There's kind of a harder board up here, so that's kind of more firm. But let's line these up. And ooh, I can't wait to go to sleep.
Now, one of the nice things, again, I've only had my Tesla in my possession for not even a month yet. And I love how, you know, your phone is your key, so it's very easy to walk up, the car's already unlocked. But it was definitely, to me, I think it's a way better car for the city. A little bit rough on road trips. Now, let's say that I were to use the handy dandy camp mode and to camp in my car. This is essentially what it would have been like with a sheet. So I'm 5'9", I'm a little bit bigger of a girl. So let's see how crazy this would have been. Oh my gosh. It's actually really comfortable. Jeez. Okay, so with camp mode, like this, I might go camping tonight, screw it. I happened to take the trip with someone was with me, so it made more sense to get hotels. But this is actually really, really comfortable. And as you can see, it was super freaking easy to set up. Is it $19.99 or what, man? Okay, I feel like I just came out of a time capsule. All right, so we're gonna open these again. Haven't read any instructions. That's kind of how I roll with most things. Might be a good or bad thing. Okay, so it looks like we have a Model 3, so we have some for the windows, I'm guessing. Here's for the front. That's good, they labeled it. Okay, so it's like a nice privacy curtain. I am not actually camping in it right now, so I'm going to guess that these work pretty dang well. And I'm very thankful that they also sent me privacy curtains because, of course, if you're camping, you don't really want anyone looking and seeing you sleeping. So again, my review is that I probably would have done just fine if I had camped in my car. It's very comfortable, very quick to set up. My issue was not with that, it was with the crazy amount of time that I had to spend at those charging stations. And again, some people were like, well, why were you stopping every 2 hours? Well, remember, when you put in a route, the Tesla will tell you where you need to charge, it'll calculate all the percentages, and it also knows how many superchargers are along your destination. So you have to follow what it's telling you. So I'm still, you know, learning the car. I'm not exactly sure why some of the charging was slow. For example, sometimes the battery wouldn't precondition before I got to the charger when it's supposed to. So maybe some of these are just learning curves that I need to figure out myself. And again, this is not to knock the car. I love the car. I'm very happy with it. I'm glad that, you know, I got to take it with me on my road trip, but it did cost me a lot of extra time and it really didn't save me any money. So yeah, this is not oh, and I haven't even gotten into the other thing that happened. Phantom braking. When I used cruise control on the highway as well as FSD beta, which I get it. FSD is in beta, it's not completely ready yet, there's different versions all the time, but even when I was on cruise control, I had about 10 very drastic incidences of phantom braking where I'm on the highway going 70 and the car tries to come to a complete stop. Luckily, no one was behind me or close enough for it to be a catastrophic rear end accident, but this was very frustrating because I had signed up for an FSD subscription hoping to have the car do some of the driving, and even without the subscription to use cruise control, and I did not feel confident using cruise control because of how much the car was stopping for no apparent reason. Nothing ahead that I could indicate or figure out what it was slamming on the brakes for. So again, you guys, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Obviously, you know that I care about Tesla and I love Tesla or else I wouldn't have gotten the car. But there are some imperfections and I think it's important for me to be honest about those and share those with you at home. All right, so what goes up must come down and what we unfolded must be folded back together. And of course there is some Velcro, so let's unvelcro these and put them back in the box. And let's actually see how easy it is. So we're gonna do it in these sectionals. We're gonna stack them, and then I'm gonna use my weight to sit on this. Actually, there are straps, so that's even better. So let's fold the straps out. And again, thank you to Tescamp for sending this to me. I really can't wait to use it. Actually, one of the destinations that I've heard in Texas here is great. Make sure that you get all the Velcro off before you just pull it. One of the destinations in Texas here that I've heard is great to camp in is Big Bend. It's about 7 hours although I don't really want to think about driving again right now, let me tell you what. I feel like whenever I go into road trips, I'm super optimistic heading into it. I'm like, oh, it's not going to be that big of a deal. And at the end of it, it's just always the same thing. You are sick of driving. And what sucks too is that because of the charging, you lose your momentum. Sometimes you're driving and you're just in the zone and you can go for like 4 hours straight. You cannot do that in the car. You have to stop and wait for like probably 30 minutes, maybe 40. Some of the charging stations were super slow. It was very frustrating. So I hope that I don't piss any people off for being completely honest about it, but I'm not gonna have stars in my eyes about something that could have been more convenient. However, I still think I have one of the most badass cars there is, so I will give it that. But if you're on a time crunch, hell no, don't take the Tesla. And again, you guys, if you're watching this and you're thinking, man, I have a Tesla and she did this wrong, she did that wrong, comment, tell me. I'm always, oh, so this is a lot easier with the straps, by the way. This is actually really, really convenient. Like I'm honestly very impressed. And I could do it all by myself. Oh, wow. All right, so again, I'm sweating a little bit because it is hot here, but that's not because this was hard to put back. So thank you, Tescamp, for an awesome future experience, and hopefully you guys learned a little bit from this video. But thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.